So in today's video, we will be talking about affordable city here in the UK. Honestly, for me, I don't think I care about city or no city. All I know is I'm in the UK. But anyways, I'm going to be listing 10 affordable cities and some towns to consider.
You'll be living your good life. Catch a glimpse from the outside, then you see me now, see me now, see now.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time here, my name is Stella. If you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. Click on that notification bell so you get notified whenever I post any new video. And for my returning subscribers, thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for the support. Honestly, I really do appreciate. On my channel, I talk about my life here in the UK, what's happening around me, and I share information. But before we get started, I'm sorry, my daughter is here and you guys will be hearing some background noise. There's nothing I can do because I needed to make this video. Yes. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about affordable cities here in the UK. To be honest, for me as a person, I don't really care about city or no city. All I know is that UK is UK. But there are some persons that cannot stand it. They just like living in the city. Yes, I understand that. But for me as a person, honestly, I don't care. Like I said, for me, UK is UK. I'm from Nigeria. I base here in the UK. So in Nigeria, it's quite different when you're paying for rent. But here in the UK, they pay monthly, except if you want to pay accumulated rent. That means you can pay like 6 months. Yeah. But before relocating to UK, I think you should consider all of that. Think about the city, cost of living there, because UK is not what you think, to be honest. UK is not what you think. So you need to consider all this before relocating to the UK, especially if you're coming with your family. I feel like if you're coming in as a single lady or a single guy, it's a lot easier because you don't really care. Wherever you stay, you can manage. But once you're coming in with your wife, children, you need to rethink. You need to think about, how is this city? Is it dangerous? My daughter is here, my son is here. Because once you come to this country, your child, I don't want to say your child is not your child, but coming from Africa, coming from Nigeria, you know, sometimes when a child misbehaves, we discipline the child. I don't want to say we beat, but I say we discipline the child. But here sometimes they see it the other way around, and you don't want your child to mingle with all these kind of kids that are so disrespectful. So that's why you need to think twice before moving to any city or town, because these kids are so easy to deceive, to be honest. Yes, this is abroad, and before you know it, police is here. They're investigating this case. Why did you do this to your child and all of that? So yeah, in today's video we'll be discussing about the cities and also some towns to consider if you're planning to move to the UK. So now let's start with number one. Number one is Bradford. Came in second with the average cost of an apartment to rent being £537.95 per month. The Yorkshire city offer low prices on many rents. Average monthly rent of £443.12 for a one-bedroom in the city centre, the lowest in the UK. Fun fact about Bradford: almost a quarter of the Bradford population is under 16, making it the youngest city in the UK. Consider studying at the University of Bradford. So that is it for Bradford. Bradford is quite close to me, to be honest. It's a few minutes drive from where I live. And there's something else I know about this Bradford. Lots of people drive from different places to go to Bradford to buy meat, like beef. They have butcher there. So whenever you go there, there are lots of people there. Honestly, the day I found out my in-law all the way from Sheffield drive to butcher here in Bradford, I was like, hey, you drive all the way from Sheffield to come to the butcher here to get to get beef. I don't understand how, but anyways, when they are coming, they always buy things in large quantities so that it will last you for months. That's just the truth. But yeah, so yeah, Bradford is also a nice city to live. It's quite affordable. Honestly, I think Huddersfield is more expensive than Bradford, because sometimes I compared rent, even if you're looking for mortgage, check now, people in Bradford, when they tell me how much they pay for 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom, I'll be like, in Bradford. And when you compare, you'll be like, why is this so expensive? Honestly, Bradford is an affordable place to live, somewhere I know. So that's why, yeah, I'm going to recommend Bradford. So number 2 is Sheffield. I've been to Sheffield. My in-law is there, so sometimes we go there for holiday. Not like holiday, we go there for the weekend and just spend like few days there. So it's also a nice city to live in, to be honest. Like, I think for me, I would like to live in Sheffield too, because it's not too crowded, it's not too busy. I don't just like a busy place. I think sometimes it's choice. Some people just like big city where there's noise, like where it's just so busy. Some people just like it, but for me as a person, I don't really like over busy place, to be honest. I just like, simple and a quiet place. Like I said, UK is UK. Sheffield is a city in English County of South Yorkshire with a population of 518,000. It is known for steel production and is often referred as to the steel city. Average salary of 27,383. Commuting cost 1,622. Average property price £138,000. Rent or mortgage around 9,288. Satisfaction rate is around 25/35. Happiness is 19/35. To be honest, in Sheffield, I think their houses are quite affordable. For me as a person, I like Sheffield, so I think you should consider Sheffield if you're looking for affordable cities here in the UK. So that is it for Sheffield. If you're planning to come to the UK, yeah, you can also consider that city. That's the place I've been to. So I've been to Bradford, I've been to Sheffield, and number 3 we have Manchester. The reason I'm saying Manchester is because some person just like to be in a city where if you say I'm in this city, people will know, yes, this place is abroad. So those of you that like say, hey, I want to live in London, so alternative, you can live in Manchester. At least if you tell people that you're in the UK and I live in Manchester, I mean, everybody know Manchester. Even if you don't know some places here in the UK, at least you know Manchester. Yeah, so Manchester, these are for those of you that like names. At least with Manchester, there are job opportunities. There are some cities that people complain that they are not jobs, but there's something about this country that like wherever you are, you can always take like train, you can always take buses, you know, to get to your destination. That's what I feel is still okay. If you drive, it's also a bonus, which is good. So that is it for Manchester if you're thinking of the big cities. So number 4 is Belfast. So UK is made up of England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. So in Belfast, although it is the capital city of Northern Ireland, the Belfast is one of the cheapest places to live in the UK for students. In Belfast, you can get an apartment with a weekly rent of £113. In this city, you find the lowest taxi fare among all other UK places. So that is it for Belfast. Well, I've not been to Belfast before, but I think if you're planning to come to the UK, it's good to just make few inquiries, make some investigation on the place or the city you're planning to go to. So the 5th one is Leicester City. The city of Leicester is highly valued for its cheaper transport. On average, it will cost you £29 to get a travel pass. As for the rent, the weekly rent is around £113.79 per week, which can be considered as reasonable. So that is it for Leicester City. And the 6th one we have Glasgow. So in Glasgow is the largest city in Scotland and has amazing universities, including University of Glasgow and the University of Strathclyde. Students benefit from excellent education and take advantage of the rich history and architecture. The city has a lot to offer, from Scottish ballet and Scottish opera to the National Theatre of Scotland and a host of museums. In addition to this, it is also one of the most affordable UK cities, coming in third on the 2021 NatWest Student Living Index. The port city has affordable accommodation options and fairly cheap public transport, making it great for students on a budget. The next one is Cardiff. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well, but whichever way you can see the name, pronounce it the way you want to pronounce. So in Cardiff, besides being the capital city of Wales, Cardiff City is one of the most affordable cities to live for students in the UK. On the average, the city has a monthly rent of £114. In addition to this, the city public transport isn't expensive, so you don't necessarily need to purchase an apartment near the university campus. Cardiff is where the University of Cardiff is located, the only Welsh university member of Russell Group Universities. What makes this city of Cardiff more affordable is the fact that most of the students studying there are engaged in part-time job and receive many funds from different sources. So that is it for Cardiff. So one thing I know is that Cardiff is not in England, but like I said, UK is UK. So the next one is Newcastle. Except being a very friendly location, the city of Newcastle is very cheap. It's one of the cities who got introduced lately in the top cheapest places to live in the UK for students. On average, a weekly rent in Newcastle goes up to £117.93. So that is it for Newcastle. I know if you're planning to come to the UK, it's good to consider the rent. That's very, very important, to be honest. Newcastle looks like a beautiful city. I've not been to Newcastle before, but it looks like a beautiful city. But yes, if you are looking for affordable city, I think you should consider Newcastle. And the next one is Leeds. Leeds is so close to where I live, honestly. It's just like me closing my eyes and open it. If there's something I need here and I don't get it, I can always go to Leeds to get what I want, to be honest. Yes, that's why I said for me UK is UK. The transport system makes everything easier, to be honest. Like if you can't use bus, you can use train. If you don't have money to afford for train, you can use bus. It's just that bus will take long. So in Leeds has become increasingly popular place to study, and the students are a huge part of the city because of the 5 universities. The cost of living in Leeds is only 20% lower than in London, but the transport link are what makes the city so budget friendly. Here are some affordable activities you can enjoy in Leeds. Take part in George Coaching treasure hunt and find some hidden objects along the way. Leeds is a city filled with art and you can see it for free by following the academic and civic art trail. It will take you through the ground of the University of Leeds. Go to Victoria Garden as they have one of the coolest free things to do in Leeds, such as giant chairs. So yes, that is it for Leeds. If you're thinking on coming to the UK, you can also consider that. There are other towns you can consider if you're planning to come to, like Rochdale. Rochdale is so close to, what's it called? It's so close to Manchester. Oldham is close to Manchester too. In fact, people who live in those places, when you ask them where do they live, they'll tell you they live in Manchester, but it's not really in Manchester, but it's just that it's so close to Manchester. So that's why they say, yeah, they live in Manchester. Just like me, when someone asks me where do you live, I'll be like, I live in Huddersfield. They'll be like, where is Huddersfield? It's Huddersfield in UK. I'll be like, okay, do you know Bradford? So if they understand Bradford or Leeds, they'll be like, yes, they know Bradford, or yes, they know Leeds. So I'll be like, yeah, I'm just in between those two places. It's just still the same thing. And if I want to go to Manchester, I can go to Manchester. I think it's around 40 to 50 minutes if I'm using train, and if I'm driving, it's quite different. So yes, that is it. If you're planning to relocate to UK, you need to consider lots of things, to be honest. Some person even come into this country with global talent visa, meaning you can just come in without being sponsored. So you can consider all these cities because once you enter the country, you know bills are already waiting for you. From the first day you step your leg in this country, you get a house, bills start counting. So it's important to check the city you're moving into or the town you're moving into. There's some towns that are quite expensive. Well, like I said, I live in Huddersfield. When I hear prices of rent in Bradford, I'll be like, why is it not expensive here in Huddersfield? And there are also some towns that are affordable. You can also consider going to Halifax. Halifax is also a nice town. To be honest, before coming to the UK, when I ask people where do you live and they say they live in London, I realize that most people that say they live in London don't live in London, but they just say London because it's so easy to say London and you keep quiet. You don't have to start asking where in London do you live. Do you understand? People who live in London is very, very expensive. I would never advise anybody relocating with their family for the first time to live in London, because I feel like it's so expensive. You can live in a nearby city or town, and then when you get used to the system, you get used to the country, you can always move to London. But once you just step in and say you're looking for a house in London, looking for everything in London, to be honest, it's very, very expensive, even when you say you have the money. Because if you're converting our money, like I said, I'm from Nigeria. If you're converting naira to pounds, trust me, after checking how much you spend there, nobody will tell you, be like, God, UK is expensive. Yes, that's because you've not started working. That's why I say you need to consider the affordable cities. I will never advise anybody to move to London for the first time. But you have families there and you have the money because there's fun, you can move there. But I think you should consider other things before moving to London. You can always relocate. You're already in the country. I know to relocate is a bit difficult, but at least you're already in the country. You can always move to another place if you don't like the place you live. But that's by the way. You can also make research, type affordable cities, best towns to live in with family and all of that. Google will always show you options. It's left for you to choose where you want to choose. So we've come to the end of today's video. If you find this video informative, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share my videos. And if you have any questions, don't forget to leave it on the comments section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Bye.